Leaks from, of course, unnamed sources.
You're about to see the time 7 years ago when Nigel FARAGE appeared on Tucker Carlson, when Carlson was still on Fox, to discuss FARAGE being named as a person of interest by the FBI due to suspected connections to Russia and Putin. Let's take a look.
But probably from within the U.S. intel community, say Brexit advocate Nigel FARAGE is a, quote, person of interest in the probe for connections between Trump's campaign and the Russian government. Nigel FARAGE joins us tonight to answer a very simple question. Are you now, or have you ever been, an agent of the Putin government, Nigel FARAGE?
No, I haven't. And I have to say, if ever there was a case of fake news, this is it. You know, what they've done is they've tried to join the dots together. You know, I was involved with Brexit, I was involved with the Trump campaign, I was involved with upsetting their little world in 2016, therefore I must somehow be associated with the Russians. It is total and utter hysterical nonsense.
It's a little more than that, though, because this arose in the Guardian newspaper, which is very left-wing, but it does journalism. Yep. And they are claiming that sources whom they imply are in the U.S. government are saying this. Now, I have no doubt that it's untrue, it's libel, but it also suggests that people in the U.S. government are trying to hurt you in a significant way. Does that bother you?
Well, you know, I just don't believe it. And I think sources, I mean, look, it could be anybody. They've tried to imply that I'm a person of interest. Clearly, they've rung up the FBI, who haven't given them an answer either way. And I would be very surprised if I was a person of interest. And I'll tell you why. I've never been to Russia. I've never done business in Russia. I have literally no political connections with Russia whatsoever. The whole thing is a fantasy from people who cannot accept the fact they lost badly last year.
Of course, Russians are quite capable of using telephones and boarding planes. You don't have to go to Russia to meet them. They're versatile like that. Anyway, let's look into these Russian connections to FARAGE a bit more in future videos. Click here for FARAGE really does care about Clacton.